Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I know things look a little bit different for those of you that are here regularly looking at videos. I'm in my house in Las Vegas. So check this out. I wanted to make this video about my experience at one of the vinyl shops here in town. I have never made a video like this, and while I wasn't really planning on doing it, I was so inspired by my experience at this particular vinyl shop that I thought I would make a video about it. Full transparency, let me be really clear, this is not a sponsored video. In no way, shape, or form does the vinyl shop even know that I'm making this video. I hope they're gonna be okay with it. But it's really because I had such a positive experience there that I thought that I would go ahead and do this. And I think if you guys find it interesting that I'll make videos like this and incorporate them into my channel. So here's the scoop. The other day, I promised myself I was gonna do some vinyl sourcing at a number of record stores around town. I had made a list of the shops that I had wanted to hit. Some of them were closed, some of them seemed further than I wanted to drive, and a couple of them just seemed, well, downright creepy. That being said, one of the ones on my short list was this wonderful place called Moondog Records. And for those of you that may not be familiar, Moondog Records is a wonderful vinyl shop here in Las Vegas. They are in a very unassuming part of town, which I thought was very cool. So it's the type of place that I think if you don't know it's there, you're gonna miss it. But if you know to look for it and you know what you're looking for, they're gonna have it. So I GPS'd it, I drove there. They're in this strip mall kind of thing. The signage outside is not obvious. It doesn't say Moondog Records at all. And so that was the first thing I noticed, was it was very unassuming, it was very low key. I walked in and it was like vinyl heaven. I'm not kidding you guys. It was just rows and rows and rows packed to the brim. I do want to say this, they're not a huge space. I feel like their space is just right in that they're small and intimate enough where you can find someone to ask questions if you need help, or if you're curious about a particular pressing that you want a special order or inquire about, but they feel big enough where you're not crowded onto the next person, and you know, there's enough room for you to source and look and kind of thumb through everything. The second thing that I found to be really cool was, I'm just gonna give you an example here. All of the vinyl, whether it's pre-owned or new, is packaged in these cellophane sleeves. Now that to me was really cool because I can't tell you the number of times that I've been sourcing vinyl and I leave whatever shop I'm in with a ton of stuff and I'm feeling really good about it, and I go to grab my keys or put my hands on the steering wheel and my hands are just gross. Before anybody says, why don't you wear gloves? The answer is sometimes I do wear gloves and my hands get all shrivelly and sweaty and pruny and gross. That aside, the fact that they take the time to clean each piece and they clean the sleeves and the jackets and then they put it into the cellophane cover is great. The third thing that I found was that their selection was incredible. A lot of vinyl shops tend to be very heavy in one thing or the other, whether it's vintage pressings, whether it's hip hop or reggae, whether it's jazz, whether it's classical, right? Like they all have their sort of their forte or their general focus area or genre. And Moondog Records had a pretty equal spread of everything. Their sections were nice and robust, everything was laid out and organized in a really easy to find fashion. Things were labeled very clearly, and they were even subsectioned based on if it was a limited edition pressing, an audiophile pressing, if it was a compilation versus an album versus a greatest hits. So their filing system in there was really excellent. That just made it easier for me to find the things that I was looking for, and I found a bunch of stuff that I wasn't looking for that I remembered that I wanted. The next thing that was great was they were super friendly. That's sort of one of the biggest things that I look for when I go to source vinyl, is how much do the people that are working there know? How much do they know about the music? How much do they know about hi-fi? How much do they know about music history and about music production and replication and duplication and things like that? Because I like to have sort of deep conversations with people. And so the fact that the proprietor of Moondog Records, Clint, is a very, very nice gentleman who was very helpful, and we just ended up chatting about music for a bit, and memorabilia and some hi-fi stuff and components, and you know, it was really cool to be in a place where the folks know not just what they're selling, but the history of how it came to be and sort of which pressings might be better suited for which type of a buyer and things like that. And they had all sorts of collectibles and things, and so this is the moment that When I looked over in the collectible section and they also had a little area for components, I bought a reel-to-reel tape machine. Actually more than one. So 2 of them, to be completely honest. So that was kind of cool that a very unexpected journey into an unsuspecting record shop yielded an unexpected augmentation to my hi-fi setup. And I was thrilled about that, to be honest with you, because I actually have reel-to-reel tape at home, but I didn't have a machine to play it on. Because for those of you that know my professional journey, right, like as a recording artist, we've cut albums on tape, so I've got tons of master tape lying around. And I've even got some tape of just music. So the fact that now I have the ability to play it, I'm really excited. I just have to figure out where the reel-to-reel machines are gonna live in terms of where in the systems and how to integrate them properly and in a way where they're happy. Because I do believe that each component has its own personality and should be paired accordingly. So, with that being said, I was thrilled with my journey to Moondog Records. If you are in Las Vegas, or if you find yourself in Las Vegas and you want to go on a bit of a vinyl hunt, I would highly, highly recommend it because it's a very cool place, and I also believe in supporting small business. And you know, you're doing a lot of good for the community by doing it that way, and I guarantee you, you won't be disappointed. So again, not a paid video, not a sponsored video, just was really positively affected by my experience there. Wanted to make sort of a shout out video for them because I had a really great time. And that's really the extent of it. So, stay tuned because the next video that I'm gonna post is gonna be my vinyl haul from Moondog Records. So I guess this is gonna be part 1 and then you'll see part 2. So if you wanna be the first to see part 2, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Ding, 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 ring the bell as it were, turn your notifications on. And if you have questions or comments or want to exchange thoughts about vinyl and, you know, sourcing vinyl, or if you've been to Moondog Records and have an experience you want to share, go ahead and drop me a comment. And until next time, thank you everybody so much for watching, and I will see you very soon. Bye!